Okay, so today I really did not know what to do at all. And that's probably why you clicked on this video if you did, or maybe I just sent you a message and told you to watch it because I have quite the lack of subscribers, so maybe just consider subscribing. But I guess I can only convince you to do that really through watching this video. Anyway, I decided to make this video today not because I actually wanted to or I had a good idea, but simply because I need to. And frankly, that is sometimes the best thing you can do when you don't know what to do. Is just do things. Obviously, that is a very commonly said thing. I don't really know what to talk about because I don't really want to make this video. I don't have an idea. I don't have anything special to talk about. I barely had the energy to put this setup together today, but it's not like I, at the same time, am unwilling to do it, you know? I kind of know I should do it, and I want myself to. I am here today talking to you because of a bigger goal than just this video, and I'm making it because of the point of making it. You know, maybe it's harder for some people who don't come from like as creative a side of things, but if you've ever made music or you've drawn something out and you know you hold yourself to certain standards for how you want this end art piece or goal, or even just like how you want results in a business to turn out, and you're like, man, if I can't get any of those, why should I try in the first place? That's how I feel a lot of the time with videos, and frankly how all of us creatives and unique individuals, you could say, tend to set standards like that for ourselves. But we also know that consistency is more important than anything. You could say this video is just a rant on being consistent, but I think it's more than a rant. I think it's an understanding of a deeper meaning of life. I recently watched this video. It's more like philosophical video from Alex Ramosi. I forget what it's called. I'll link it in the top right hand corner. But if you want to be happy and you obsess over being happy, and the more you think about being happy, less happy you're going to be. It's a really interesting idea. And if you think about it, it's true, because all you do is focus about how to become happy, which means you inherently in the moment are saying you're not happy. But you're not telling yourself that. You're just like subconsciously being like, how can I be better than where I'm at now? Which is actually not a bad thing, but you take it on the wrong mindset. Versus if you instead reverse the mindset and you think about how I am not a happy person right now. So just bear with me. You say, I'm not happy. I don't like where I'm at, but that's okay. I'm going to work on it. That is a much more progressive mindset. You know, sometimes a lot of things recently I've been thinking about are just like, well, if I'm going to be a person that is going to improve in the future, it's a lot often easier to just say, wow, I'm really not happy with where I'm at now, and all these things suck and I don't want to do them, and you know, but they do get me close to where I want to be. But oh man, I don't want to wake up early, and oh man, I don't want to, you know, eat this much food for the bulk, you know, to work out and all this stuff. But then I like, wait, but I don't have to be happy. Right? It's like, screw happiness in the present. Like, I don't have to be happy right now. That's okay. You know, for a better future. Not even for the idea of that. It's more just like right now, I'm okay with not being happy because it's progress. That's all that really matters to me. And eventually one day, this is what Alex Ramosi talks about, is he's like, you know what? He caught himself one day saying that he wasn't happy. And he realized a lot of the stuff that came from that mindset of saying that I'm not happy in the moment actually came out of that mindset that he wasn't happy, and he realized that he actually was pretty damn happy with his life, only because of the fact that he knew for a long time he wasn't. And it's a lot of these things that are difficult that we think are like, wow, I am not a happy person, or I'm struggling, or these things that I'm going through are very hard. Standard motivation bullshit, right? But like, at the end of the day, it's okay not to be happy and not to be in a good place, as long as you keep putting in the work and you keep being consistent. I oftentimes will like spend a lot of time trying to improve myself and making a lot of progress in a certain area. For example, recently it's been like meditation, trying to clear my head so I can go to bed on time and wake up at a good time. I really fucking suck at waking up on time. And first of all, don't get that mixed up with being bad at everything, because I'm definitely good at a lot of things. I just, like I said, I'm not happy with myself right now in those certain areas, so that's okay. But I tend to beat myself up over the fact that I'm not where I want to be with those right now, even though the reality is, and this is where you do have to be careful, because if you beat yourself too much saying that I'm not happy, then you can fall into the mindset of just the endless slog of I'm not happy and depression, and that's not good. But you have to take a step back and realize, well, shit, hey, at least I am here. At least I put in an effort one day to meditate, even though I failed the next week and forgot about it. And now I'm back shitting on myself about it, which is actually a good thing, because I'm still thinking about it. You know, maybe you have done a lot of bad things recently in the last few days that aren't good for self-improvement. But before that, you did do a couple good things. And here you are back watching another video focused on self-development and philosophy. Fuck. And you're back, right? Like, maybe you're shitting on yourself too much. Maybe you should realize that, like, hey, you know what? I am actively trying, though. Maybe next time I could, shorten the amount of distance that I have until next time I come back to this. Like, next time I fail, maybe I could reduce the amount of time until the next time that I get back up and start going. But it's an improvement you make every single time. The fact that you are back is the most important thing, right? Like, that's one thing I realized with YouTube was it was never about how successful or unsuccessful I was in one moment. Neither the highs or the lows mattered, and not even necessarily like the times in between. There is no one time that really matters. It's the overall consistency. And it's not even consistency that's a word that I like to use here. It's just the willingness to come back. Like, it doesn't matter even how like shit you feel and how often you actually fucking tell yourself, I'm done, I give up, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm never coming back. But you still come back. I failed so many channels. I made a successful YouTube channel and then decided it wasn't what I wanted, and then lost it and forgot about it and decided I wasn't going to work on it for the next 2 years, 3 years of my life, and haven't had a successful channel since then. And here I am, after still telling myself I can't do it anymore and trying to switch business models like 3 or 4 times, trying to work on this channel, going all in on it, making business pitches about it. Like, this wasn't even a choice of mine, Like, if I didn't have to be making this channel, I wouldn't, but I just fucking am here still, I'm just still here. It's crazy. If there is something that is pulling you towards doing better and you constantly come back, that's what's important. But not only is it important, but on a side note here, it's important to believe that there's a higher power in the universe. I haven't talked about like religion and stuff a lot, and I'm still very confused in my own sort of state there. But I do believe that there is something out there. And I think if you keep coming back to certain things in your life, we'll just leave it at that, like if you keep coming back to certain things and you don't even know why, but you can just kind of tell they're meant to be, then maybe it really is worth that extra work. And it is worth that consistency, because somehow you've been consistently coming back to this thing, so you might as well at least give a shit about consistently putting in work on your side, right? Whatever this higher power or just the fucking randomness of the universe, if you even want to call it that, is like making you come back to the same thing and you don't feel like it's a bad thing, then what if you put in your end of that, right? You have the chance to keep coming back. You put in the work to keep coming back. Maybe you're not fucking like built for it. Maybe you're not the perfect specimen for whatever it is you're working on, whether it's starting your own business, becoming an athlete, like, maybe you're not the tallest guy in the basketball court, but it doesn't matter. If you have the first 2 boxes of like, maybe this shit's meant to be and I'm gonna put the work in, you're gonna beat 99% of people every day of the week. And you might be motivated now, but trust me, it only gets harder. And you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready to accept that it always will be harder. If you have the mindset that I will be ready regardless of how good I feel, not just how bad, regardless of how high I am, I will continue to go higher. I don't care what the standards are, I will go above. because when I was so low, I was willing to still go above, then that's amazing. Just remember, guys, miracles come to those who thrive without them. I'm so glad I came up with that quote. I came up with that shit just a random ass night. I might put on my channel banner, but I think it's a good one. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I got for today. I kind of want to do something fancy where I'd like sit on the bed and like move around a few times. But yeah, this is my new recording space. Give me a sub if you guys enjoyed this random ass rant. I don't want to call it a rant though, you know? It definitely feels deeper than that. But yeah, have a good spring break, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.